Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. I had a request to color with one of the newer sets of the dual brush pens that I recently swatched out. I swatched out the Ohuhus and, oh my gosh, can't remember the name of that great big set. I don't have a color chart created yet for that set because they're not numbered. I have to put them all in order. But I knew I was going to want to use these right away. And they're in numerical order. I just left them in numerical order. So I do have a color chart created for these. This is the 120 set. I'll link these down below. And then I also had a request to use one of those two sets in a Creative Haven color by number book. So I picked Floral Designs color by number, again by Creative Haven. And this is illustrated by Jessica Mazurkiewicz. Isn't that pretty? So the picture that I picked out was this one. Thought it was so pretty and not overly detailed. Now, she was wondering how these streaked. They're water-based, so they are going to streak in larger areas. It's just, you know, you're not going to get away from that with water-based markers. So we are going to have some streaking in here, and that's okay. So color palette is in the front. Aren't those pretty? Okay, so let's start. I guess I should get the pens open, shouldn't I? Alrighty then. Let's start with number 7, because there's quite a few in these flowers. Number 7 is light pink. So we have quite a few pinks in here. No. Yeah, number 7 is light pink. Yeah. Okay. How about number 14? It's not quite as light as this, but that's okay. Number 14. Where do we start? Here we go. All righty then. I'm not sure if these fit on the end. Yes, they do. Alrighty, let's zoom in a little. Okay, here we go. And of course, we will not get this done on camera. I'll finish it off camera. So this will not be in my what I finished in January, because I'm going to be recording that today also. So I won't have this done in time for that recording. Ooh, that's a pretty pink. I like that. So as you can see, you do get some streaking. Like I said, it's just the nature of water-based markers. But the good part about water-based versus alcohol is that they do not go through the paper. And because Creative Haven is on nice paper, which is awesome considering how budget-friendly these books are, and the fact that they're on this nice paper, they're just, you know, really good deal. Now, if you do go back and forth like this instead of scrubbing like I have a tendency to do with my alcohol markers, you know, the streaking is more to a minimum. And when you're doing flowers, The streaking actually is kind of nice because it makes the petals look kind of variegated, you know. So kind of gives it a nice texture. And then if you've seen the swatching video, you did see how nice the fine tips are. Fine tips. The fine liner ends are on these pens. Now I'll be turning the book so that it's more comfortable to color some of these at a better angle. Don't have too much to talk about today. A few things. I did on Thursday have my checkup from my hernia surgery, and everything's looking pretty good. The left side isn't healing quite as fast as it should. The right side's looking really good. So that's why I'm having a little bit more pain yet on the left side, but it's still doing pretty good. So I was okayed to start babysitting again on Monday. So no more free time during the day. So I will have just Levi. If you're new to my channel, I babysit my grandkids full-time. And Levi is a year and a half now. A little over a year and a half. And then Madison, or Maddie as we call her, is 4. She's going to be 5 in June. Unbelievable. I actually really do like the streaking in something like this. Doesn't that look neat? Cool. So, yep, I'll have Levi on Monday. And then Maddie goes to school on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I will have both of them on Tuesdays and Thursdays. They are adding on to the daycare. It's called, what is it called? Wanted to say kinship, but it's not that. Anyhow, because right now they don't take babies, kids under, I think it's 2. So that's why Levi can't go there. But they are adding on, and that was supposed to be done in February, but because of Corona, you can see I'm got my jerks today. I don't know why sometimes it does that, but yeah, because of Corona, the building industry has taken off like crazy. So lumber is scarce, and when you can get it, it's quite expensive right now. So the completion of that project has been pushed out to May. But when that's done, then Levi's going to go a couple days a week to daycare along with Maddie. Just to, you know, socialize them a little bit and, you know, get them used to playing with others and, you know, things like that before he goes to school. Which I think is a great idea. Not be, you know, quite so shy. And because Maddie had a hard time acclimating to school. She just, you know, she really clung to Mom and didn't want Mom to go. But she got better. I mean, the more school went on and daycare, the more she got used to it. I'm assuming 8 is going to be a darker pink. I didn't look. So these are going to be very pretty. Oh, I love it. There is a Creative Haven color along going on also. So I will post this on Instagram for that color along, and I totally, oh my gosh, should have looked it up before doing this video. Totally forgot who's hosting it. I'll look that up and I will link her channel and put the hashtag for the color along down in the description. If you are one that likes Creative Haven books too. I have quite a few Creative Haven books, and I have not colored out of them in quite a while, so I'm glad I got this request to get out one of my Creative Haven books. And of course, seeing as how it's color by number, I have just been, yeah, on a color by number kick for the past, wow, I don't know how many months. Quite a while. But I do want to get into some of my other coloring mediums. If I ever get the ambition, just haven't felt like it, you know? And I don't want to force myself, because then you're just not having fun. Coloring's all about having fun. I know I would enjoy it once I started. It's just you have to have the mindset to want to do it, right? So yeah, other than my recheck, I haven't been anywhere. Oh yeah, went and got groceries. I don't get out much, which is okay with me. I don't like going places. Even getting ready to, you know, get out the door to go to a doctor's appointment. It's like, oh, I don't want to go. Of course, who likes going to the doctor or dentist and whatnot anyhow, right? Not the funnest place in the world to be. It was so funny this past week. Bob goes to bed relatively early because he gets up like at 4 in the morning to go to work. And me, I'm a night owl. Well, he had been in bed for quite a while. And usually that man can fall asleep within minutes. But he must have either had problems falling asleep, or let's go to a different color. There's more 7s in there, but we'll go to number 8 and see how this is going to look. So, yep, number 8 is pink. So, let us see what's a little bit darker than 14. 15. 15 would go good. Let's go with that. Easy to find. See how these two go together. That one's number 9. Okay. Doesn't look a whole lot darker. Oh yeah, I guess so. Not a ton, but that's okay. I'll give it just a little bit of a variation, right? Yeah, a little bit darker. Anyhow, so Bob must have been awake. I was in the living room, and you know, when I start coughing, I've said this in the past, when I cough, and I cough more than once, I always end up sneezing. And my kids would always make fun of me. Mom, you always go, achoo, achoo. So I had sneezed, and, oh, I don't know, a few minutes later, I get this text. I still gotta laugh. Here's a text from Bob, and it says, bless you. And the thing that really makes it funny is he went back to a flip phone because he did not like the screen, the touch screen. Just doesn't work for him. And I think some of it is because his fingers are so thickly calloused. The screen didn't always recognize his finger when he was pushing on it. Anyhow, whatever it was, he always had problems. So he went back to a flip phone. And the one problem with the flip phone is the texting, because you don't have a keyboard to text anymore. You have to go back to the old-fashioned way, and you young'uns have probably never seen this. But you have to push like number 1 once for A, push it twice for the letter B, 3 times for the letter C. You know, so to actually text out a message on those phones takes a while. So I can imagine how long it took him to create that text. And that must be why it was a few minutes before I got the text. Oh my gosh, I was laughing so hard in the living room. And I go, thank you. And I told him the next day, I said, I don't know if you heard me. I said, but I was laughing so hard in the other room. And he just smiled. That was hilarious. Oh, that man. Too funny. That is looking neat. I like it. Okay, markers. Gotta get out of my way here. You know, I keep saying it, as big as my desk is, it just never seems big enough. Am I right? Person always runs out of room. Speaking of rooms, I actually got my diamond painting tour video recorded yesterday. Can you believe it? So that video will be up sometime this week. Not sure when I'm going to schedule it yet. And then at the very end, when I recorded that, I had to close the door because otherwise my kitty cat, Callie, would have been in there, and whenever I am in there, standing wise anyhow, she meows and meows and meows. So yeah, that would have been a little annoying for the video. But at the very end, I was talking about, painting the door and whatnot, so I had opened the door. And of course, she was waiting right on the other side. So then she came in the room and started meowing and meowing. So I did record her for a while, so you will see little Kelly at the end of that video meowing away. Oh, that is looking awesome. Yeah, she gets very needy. As soon as I sit down in the living room, she is instantly in my lap or laying on the arm of the chair. She is very much a mama's girl. And like I've said in the past, I think a lot of it has to do with missing Midnight, who was my black kitty that I had to have put to sleep last year, the latter part of last year. So I think Midnight was her buddy. Those two always slept together and snuggled. And so I do think she is missing him. So, I mean, it's so cute on the one hand, but yeah, sometimes you just don't have room for a cat in your lap, especially when I'm on my laptop trying to type like color charts and whatnot. And yes, I do everything in my chair in the living room. I don't do any of it at my desk here. Coloring, everything I do in my chair if possible. Okay, number 9. That I think was dark pink, so that's going to be pretty. We'll see what we can find for dark pink. I guess as long as you go slow doing this, and you just keep making these lines, it's looking kind of neat. Like I said, I think those lines actually enhance the picture. Because sometimes the lines with water-based mediums bother me too. I don't necessarily like them, and that's why I prefer coloring with alcohol markers. Alcohol markers are just so nice and easy to color with. But, I guess the lines, the overlapping when you're coloring with water-based really shouldn't bother a person. It's just the nature of the marker. And they're really nice to work with. These Ohuhus are nice and juicy, as you can see. And when I swatched these, I did swatch the brush tip and the fine liner in, because sometimes, and if you have dual-ended water-based markers, and you probably know this, sometimes the brush tip will be just fine, but then the fine liner end doesn't work. So it's not that the marker itself isn't juicy. I think some of it sometimes is due to the nib itself on the fine liner end, because those are so You know, they're so teeny, so they're kind of fragile. And I think that has something to do with it. I suppose some of these petals would have looked better if I had gone out, and so, but that would have been harder to color, so. Works good this way. I know I have some white around the areas where I didn't quite get to the line, but that's okay. I've been babysitting my other grandson from my oldest daughter also. Not every day, though. She started working for FedEx, and they're put on a probationary period. But now she just had her review, and it went very well. She got a nice raise, and soon as a full-time route becomes available, she will be working full-time. So currently I only have Connor a couple days a week, and he's 10. So he is very self-sufficient, but he is diabetic. And he, again, very self-sufficient in that regard too. But Tanya just, you know, was more comfortable with him being around somebody just in case something were to happen. So, but the other day, that little bugger, I did not know he was there. What day was that? Was that Monday? Can't remember. Anyhow, Bella must not have heard him come either, which is very unusual. I swear that dog can hear things a mile away. And so, yeah, I had no idea he was there. And I was in the kitchen by the door coming in. And I think I was even going to open the door or something. All of a sudden, he pops up and goes, boo! Oh my God, did he scare me. Oh, he got me good. Wow. I said, you want to give Grandma a heart attack? No. But I got you good. I said, oh, yes, you did. But on Friday, I got him. I scared him back. I think I had taken some garbage out to the garage, and I was close to the door when I heard Tanya pull up, and he couldn't see me. He was, of course, on the passenger side of the car. So I hid down in front of my car in the garage. And when he got close to me, I popped up and I went, boo! So I got him back. Stinker. He is such a funny kid. Oh, he's got me laughing every day. His favorite saying, I apologize if this offends anybody. He always says to me that men just fart. You know, they go. Women don't fart. They just go. So he always talks about that. He goes, no, Grandma. They go. Oh, that kid. Where he comes up with some of this stuff, I don't know. Some of it is definitely his mother, because Tanya's quite a character too. And the sayings and whatnot that come out of his mouth are definitely Tanya sayings. Aren't those pretty? So yeah, I'll do this one on my own time. So let's do that number 9 in this one. And yes, 9 is a dark pink. And let's see, what is a dark pink? It's not really pink, is it? That's more red. Let's see, we did 14 and 15. It has more of a purple tinge to it, but that might work good with these. Let's do 55. Right here. I think that'll look pretty with the other two. Oh yeah, I like that. So yeah, that kid is my entertainment for the day. And now with having Maddie and Levi back, he adores kids. So he likes playing with Levi. There, yeah, I like that. I don't know if 9 is used more. Oh yeah, up in this one. Okay, number 1 is the center, and that is light yellow. I don't know if I have a light yellow in this set. Because number 2 is yellow, so I think we'd use 33 for yellow. Let's use 38 for light yellow then. 38. It's not super light, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. It's kind of bright, but that looks nice in there. Oh, there. Okay. Let's go on to one of these. That's number 11. Purple. Okay. So, we have purple and dark purple and lavender. I'm not sure if all these colors are in this picture, but I would think dark purple would be one of these. Probably lavender. So maybe purple I'll pick as 50. Nope, 56. Don't want that one. Here we go. Would be kind of nice if they had the color palette here, right? So you didn't have to keep flipping. Okay, so this is all 11. Oh yeah, in the middle there is the dark purple. So let's see, what else went on? What did you guys have going on this weekend? I do, again, have a lot of videos to record yet today, so not quite sure if this will be up today or tomorrow. One of these days. It'll be this weekend yet. Ooh, that's a pretty purple. Pink and purple, my favorite. I knew there was pink in this picture. I didn't know there was purple. I know, you guys don't believe that. Of course she knew. That's why she picked it. Honestly, I didn't. That looks so neat. And I guess I can't talk about the Super Bowl or anything because if you're a football fan, you know Packers lost. We're one game away from the Super Bowl. And we especially wanted to win because it was against Tom Brady, who, again, if you don't know football, has gone to the Super Bowl so many flippin' times. It's like, give somebody else a chance, huh? Jeez, he's got more rings than fingers. So, I won't be rooting for him, for their team. Isn't that mean? Number was that? Yeah, that was 11, right? So we have another purple one. Yeah. I was thinking it was 12, but no. Oh, and this one has lavender in it, so must be because that other one isn't open as much that it didn't have the light color in. So yeah, it was such a disappointment. Oh. We didn't get blown out though. We had a chance of coming back and winning it, but wasn't meant to be. They're saying too they expect a rise in COVID because Super Bowl parties possibly being super spreaders, which I can see because I know if Packers would have went to the Super Bowl, there would have been a lot of Super Bowl parties around here. So I can imagine there are going to be, well, still will be super parties. Yeah, that too. Super Bowl parties around here too, but especially like in Florida. And okay, so I think lavender will do 53. And then it was so ironic because the other team that played last weekend too, that this does not look like the swatch. Did I pick the right one? No, I didn't. Oh, because I typed 53 twice instead of 52. Dang it all. Guess what? We gotta use it now. Oh, shoot. That lavender would have looked so pretty with that purple. Darn it. Oh, well, too late now. Anyhow, the other team that was playing last weekend was Buffalo. And that is my sister's team because she lives out in New York. And we said, wouldn't that have been funny if Buffalo ended up playing Green Bay? But they lost too, so Green Bay and Buffalo were out of it. So yeah, Tom Brady's team, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Super Bowl winners from last year, Kansas City, are the ones going to the Super Bowl. Bummer City. If I watch it, it'll probably be just for the commercials. Bob said that Budweiser and Pepsi are not going to have commercials in it this year, which is very unusual. It costs, oh my gosh, I forgot how many millions of dollars for a 30-second ad during the Super Bowl. Isn't that something? Oh, my heavens. But I guess you got to figure how many millions of people are going to be watching that ad. But yeah, millions of dollars. Do they actually make up for that with that much additional revenue by having an ad during the Super Bowl? I mean, either you're going to buy Pepsi or not. To me, a commercial is not going to get me to buy something more. You know, unless it's something I haven't heard of, and then I think, oh, that's kind of neat. But Pepsi? No. Budweiser? No. I don't drink either product. Well, I shouldn't say that. I do drink a Pepsi product because I drink Diet Mountain Dew. And Diet Sundrop, which is getting very hard to get around here. And most of you have probably never heard of it because it's a very local soda that's manufactured right around here. Okay, let's do that dark purple, number 12. And yeah, I think I'll take that 54. Ah, that makes me so mad about that other number. Now I gotta fix that color chart. And no, surprisingly, I'm not going to completely recolor that color chart in. I know. Surprise, surprise. Lisa is a perfectionist, so... Okay, now we got that regular yellow. So that was 31. I guess this is more of a yellow-orange. That's more of a yellow, but we really didn't have a pale yellow, so... As big as this set is. All right, let's do some leaves. 17. A lot of 17s and 18s. 17 green and a dark green. Okay, there's some light greens. So I guess 66 and 68. Here's 68 and 66. See, this is the reason why I leave them in numerical order, because they're really easy to find that way. Yeah, I found that out the hard way last time. Can't remember what brand that was. I think it was Cool Bank. And yeah, it was too hard to find the markers when I put them in color order. It was just easier to find them by number. So, completely redid everything after all that hard work. That 160 set of fine liners, or dual tip, I should say, that I recently swatched, yeah, that's going to be a bugger to create a color chart for, because there are no names or numbers. And even though they did provide, where are they? These numbered stickers to put on, which is awesome. Love the fact that they did this. But I'm not going to be putting these on until after I have them in the order I want. So, yeah, I'll have to swatch them out and keep them all out on the table or the desk. I might have to do that in here. Unless I do it on the coffee table. But, yeah, and then if I change the order, then I got to move the markers around and make sure they don't fall. Make sure the cats don't get at them. Because again, without having any numbers on them, I would have no idea what marker was what. And once I get them in the order I want, then I'm going to put those numbers on. This is looking pretty. It's a pretty green. Let's see, those are all 18s. A lot of dark green. I hope I'm staying on camera. I haven't really been checking all the time. I do have a question for you guys. That's right. And I think I may have asked this in the past, but I kind of forgot the answer. I really am trying my darndest to get caught up on videos. And yeah, I really was trying that while I was off here. And it just didn't work because I had so many other videos to do. But I really, really want to get at starting to record my coloring book collection with completed pages. And because that series is going to be extremely long. So I was wondering, you know, because I have no idea how many parts long that is going to be. Last time I did it, that was almost 2 years ago, because it was shortly after I started my channel. Last time it was 7 parts long. So, and that was not showing any completed pages. So, I am sure this time would be probably at least a dozen parts long. But I guess the question I have for you then is, would you prefer shorter videos and just have more of them? Say like half hour, 45 minutes, or a little bit longer video and less parts. Say like hour-long videos. I would really like to know that. So if you comment nothing else, at least answer that question for me. Like I said, I may have asked that already, but I don't think, number one, I got a lot of responses back. And I don't want to bore people to tears with my coloring book collection, because those videos, it's a lot of hard work to make those videos. You know, dragging everything out of the bookcases, getting them over here on the desk, and then getting everything back. But it's kind of fun to do. My coloring book collection has, you know, completely changed since my last series. Many books I no longer have, and of course, I have tons of new books since then. Yeah, in 2 years, you can imagine how much things have changed. Okay, let's go on to the dark green. What do you hear, Bella? Whoops, we don't want fine liner in. Not for this picture. Can't wait to color with the fine liner in, though. I'm going to go through and figure out the colors for Belba family books, and then maybe such and such Deva, and I'm not sure. Because like the color by number mandala books by like Jade Summer and stuff, I really like to use my alcohol markers. Same with some of Sachin's. And Prachi's, I definitely like to use my alcohol markers. But Sach and Sach Deva has some books out that you can do the X method in, just like Belba's. So, yes. I'm going to try these out in there. Matter of fact, he has a new book out that I am going to be doing a flip through of yet today, that I did do 3 pictures out of already because I love that book. Oh my gosh. I have a new favorite of his. And you will see why. Let's see, what time is it? Okay. I was working hard on swatch charts this past week and spent quite a bit of time getting the Ohuhu, not these. Like I said, these were easy. But I did swatch out recently Ohuhu's skin tone set and their pastel set. And then a little while ago, I had swatched out their 120 set. So then I went through and I compared all of the sets and figured out what all the unique colors were. And there are actually, I thought there were 190. There's actually 192 because there are 2 markers with the exact same name but different number, and the colors are different. So I included them in the chart too. So yeah, there's 192 unique colors between the 3 sets. So I wanted to put them all in color order and have one all-inclusive color chart and have all those markers in one case from all 3 sets. Yeah, that was a big undertaking. I re-swatched and switched things around. I don't know how many times. And finally, I said, okay, that's it. I'm not changing things around anymore. They're going to stay this way. And are they in exactly the order I want? No. There are a few that definitely should be moved. But, yeah, spent enough time on that. And I guess, you know, in the long run, the most important thing about a color chart is just being able to see the actual colors, right? What each marker actually looks like. So whether it's in the exact right order or not, you're still going to be able to see what all the colors look like. So if you have all 3 sets, and you would like that color chart, like all my color charts, I do offer them to all of my subscribers. You just can contact me via email. I have many color charts created. Dozens and dozens. Bunch of pencils, bunch of markers, bunch of fine liners, water-based markers. You name it. I do not have really any Caran d'Ache though. The only Caran d'Ache product I have are the Neocolor 2s. So I do not have any of their pencils. If I used pencils more, I would love to get the Luminance, because they're just supposed to be so awesome, but they're so expensive. And I just can't justify it because I don't use my pencils enough. If I start getting into pencils more, then maybe. But yeah, they're so expensive because they are very high quality. And some of it has to do with their high light fastness, and that's why artists like them when they do commission work, so that their artwork doesn't fade over time. But of course, us colorists don't really need to be concerned about that because our artwork stays in coloring books. Well, not everybody's. I know some people color and cut them out and then frame them and put them up on their wall. So in those instances, yes, light fastness would matter. For me, it wouldn't, because I never take mine out of the book, not even to color. I always leave things in the book. And I think that's why, I have a ton of PDFs, pictures, books. I never print them out and color them, which is a shame. And I think some of it has to do with the fact, what do I do with them? I know you can put them in a binder, but I don't know. That's why it's kind of disappointing that, Tim Jeffs has some beautiful books out. Is it 4 or 5? Grayscale animals. And, I mean, just fantastic. Well, he does have some new work out, quite a bit, but it's all PDFs. There are no new hardcover books out. And it's like, aw, that's a shame. Again, those are books. I've colored 1 or 2 out of them. And yeah, they're just stunning. But they are also pictures that intimidate me. And I love having them just for the mere fact of the artwork. And that's so true of a number of my coloring books, which you will see when I do my coloring book collection. There are many books that I have not colored out of at all, especially my hardcover. Hannah Carlson, yeah. Have not colored out of, I don't think I've colored out of any of hers. Maria Trollet, I really have to start coloring in more. I love her books. Hannah Carlson, it's taken me a while to get used to the way she draws faces, I think. They're a little bit different, but they're still beautiful books. And yeah, Maria Trollet, I just, love. The way she draws flowers and all botanicals, stunning. Okay. So yeah, I have been working hard on new color charts. Number of them to go. I do have one more marker set here to swatch out on camera that I totally forgot about recording last weekend. And then I seen it sitting here during the week and I'm like, oh, forgot them. And I just seen another channel color with them and I'm like, oh, I just got them. And I forgot. So, not sure if I'm going to get to those this weekend either. Because, yeah, I got a lot of flip throughs to do. And, let's see, do I have a diamond painting unboxing? I usually always do. I do have one, I know for sure, but I have to look something up on that one first. All right, well, I think I'm going to leave it here. Actually got quite a bit done on this picture. More than I thought I was going to. Does have you color the background 14, which probably is blue. Yes. And I think what I'm going to do for the background is I am going to take alcohol marker. Just so, you know, it's just so much easier doing alcohol marker and going around everything. And they're single-sided, so I can go ahead and do that. Do you see how this streaking is working for me here, though? I like it. I really like it. So, yeah, I mean, whoops. Quit it. You're going to get the people sick. Streaking is not always a bad thing. And I'm not talking about running around with no clothes on. Okay, I digress. So, yeah, I'm going to finish this one up off camera. And then you will see it probably in my finish pages for the end of February. Because, yeah, I'm going to be recording my end of the month videos today. So, yeah, it won't be done. So, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed this color and chat. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe if you're new to my channel. I hope everybody's having a fantastic weekend. And as always, happy coloring. Bye, guys.